Welcome back to Moon Talks with Dad. Let's start with a moment I guarantee you've experienced. You just finished a fantastic meal. The food was great, the atmosphere was perfect. But instead of just sitting there and feeling satisfied, you immediately reach into your pocket, pull out your phone, and start scrolling. You aren't hungry. You weren't looking for anything specific. You just feel this subtle, nagging emptiness that demands to be filled. We are highly intelligent creatures, capable of splitting the atom and mapping the human genome. Yet our brains constantly trick us into mistaking a temporary hit of dopamine for actual happiness. We achieve a goal, secure a promotion, or buy a new gadget, and the satisfaction evaporates almost instantly. We are left asking, why is it never enough? Imagine a sailor stranded in the ocean. He is dying of thirst, so in desperation, he drinks the seawater around him. The salt doesn't quench his thirst. It dehydrates him further, draining his remaining energy and causing his thirst to return with violent intensity. When we try to fix an internal lack with external distractions, we are drinking salt water. Over 2.5 millennia ago, Buddhist philosophy identified a specific glitch in human psychology, tanha. This polyternal describes a burning, feverish craving, a systemic loop of dissatisfaction that behaves like a fire, growing hotter the more you feed it. To actually escape this modern anxiety, we have to look closely at our own minds and unlearn what society has taught us about the word desire. Because right now, we confuse the things that trap us with the things that free us. People often assume Buddhism teaches you to abandon all desires, to live a flat, emotionless life. That is a misreading of the text. There is a massive difference between tanha, that destructive, blind compulsion, and another concept called chanda. Chanda is healthy, conscious intention. It's the desire to help a friend, learn a skill, or meditate. Taṇhā operates as an endless loop of reaction. Chanda is a deliberate, focused action with a clear endpoint. You can test this distinction right now with your phone. If you open your device to find a specific PDF, read it, put the phone down feeling totally fine, that is chanda. You're using a tool. But if you put the phone down and 5 minutes later your hands are twitching to pick it back up, just to refresh a feed for no reason, that is tanha. You are no longer in control. The tool is using you. This blind craving manifests in 3 distinct ways. The first is sensual craving. This is the endless chase for sensory pleasure. The perfect taste, the most beautiful image, the most comforting sound. We get stuck chasing the memory of the first bite of a great dessert, continuing to eat long after we are actually full. The second is the craving for becoming. This is the ego's need for validation. It's the anxiety you feel right after posting a photo online, waiting to see how many likes it gets. It is the exhausting requirement to constantly construct an identity, prove your worth, and be seen as successful by the people around you. Finally, there is the craving for non-becoming. This manifests as a desperate urge to disconnect or numb out when life feels overwhelming. It is the craving for self-erasure, seeking to solve the pain of existence by making reality disappear. Whether you are chasing a high, building a fake digital identity, or drinking to forget a day, the mechanics are identical. You are trying to use one craving to cure the pain caused by another craving. It never works. Long before neuroscience gave us the term dopamineloop, ancient thinkers diagnosed these exact behavioral traps. They didn't see human neuroses as personal failures, but as predictable laws of nature that play out with absolute certainty if left unobserved. They compared craving to the maluva vine, a plant native to India. It starts as a tiny, fragile sprout at the base of a massive tree. It looks entirely harmless. But as the host tree goes about its life, the vine slowly, silently wraps around it, stealing its nutrients. Eventually, the vine grows so thick it chokes the host to death. This is how small, mindless digital habits quietly consume our days. They also compared the mind to a wild monkey in a dense forest. The monkey grabs one branch, lets go, leaps to another, and instantly looks for the next. It never rests. Our thoughts do exactly the same thing, constantly abandoning the present moment because we believe satisfaction is hanging on a branch somewhere in the future. And perhaps the most accurate metaphor for modern life, the spider. A spider works tirelessly, spinning complex threads in every direction, only to spend its life trapped in the exact center of the web it built. We weave our own sticky webs of social expectations, financial debts, and professional anxieties, and then wonder why we feel stuck. These ancient metaphors highlight a basic biological truth. Our nervous systems are designed for survival, not for infinite digital stimulation. When we allow small habits to tighten like the vine and our focus remains as scattered as the jumping monkey, we eventually reach the state of mental exhaustion we now call burnout. So how do we break the trap? We have to locate the mechanical trigger. Whenever you see, hear, or think about something, your brain instantly tags it as pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. This is a raw feeling. Right after that feeling registers, there is a fraction of a second before Taṇhā, the craving, latches onto it and demands action. Step 1 to breaking the cycle is learning to see the danger behind the sweet. When the urge to check your social media hits, look past the sugar. Acknowledge the price for that dopamine spike, mental exhaustion, a fractured attention span, and the anxiety of comparing your life to a curated fiction. Once you see the cost, the craving loses its power to trick you. Step 2 is to actively insert a pause. When you feel a compulsive urge rise up, do not fight it and do not act on it. Just sit with it. Use your breath as a physical anchor. Watch the craving peak like a wave, and then watch it break and roll back out. You will quickly realize that urges are temporary weather patterns, not commands you have to follow. Step 3 is cultivating a bystander mindset. Imagine you are sitting in a movie theater watching a thriller. Your heart rate goes up, your palms sweat, but deep down, you know you are just sitting in a chair. You are observing the drama, not living it. You can do the same with your thoughts. You don't have to identify with every random desire that passes through your brain. We spend our lives on a treadmill, chasing more money, higher status, and better sensations to fix a sense of lack. Peace arrives when the requirement to satisfy every passing urge begins to dissolve. By identifying the mechanism of craving and refusing to respond, the cycle of constant needing simply runs out of energy. By learning to spot the difference between a blind craving and a conscious choice, we stop acting like passengers in our own minds and reclaim our autonomy. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.